Get your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.
Note that delayed charges in QuickBooks Online only work if using the old layout for invoices. Since these items create a type of billable expense, the new layout cannot process them yet as of the time of this writing. A delayed charge is helpful when you have a product that may need to be created and then shipped. A delayed charge lets you create the charge and then convert it to an invoice when the product is shipped or picked up. To create a delayed charge, click the plus new button in the navigation bar. Then click the Delayed Charge link under the Customer's heading to open the Delayed Charge page. Use the Customer drop-down to select from your list of customers or click the Add New choice to add a new customer. The Delayed Charge Date field shows the current date by default, but you can change it if needed. If you enabled custom transaction numbers and sales forms, you can change the Delayed Charge Number field at the right side of this window if needed. If you enabled location tracking, a location drop-down also appears here. If you enabled class tracking on a transaction level, then a class drop-down also appears here. To add a tag to this transaction, click into the Tags field and then select a tag from the menu of Tag Choices. Repeat as needed to apply tags from any relevant tag groups you have created. Alternatively, to add a new tag, type the tag's name, select it from the Add choice in the drop-down menu, and then follow the on-screen prompts to add it to a new tag group for reporting purposes. Then enter the products and/or services for which you are charging the customer into the Product Service, Description, Quantity, Rate, Amount, and Tax fields in the Line Items area. You may also enter data into the service date, SKU, and class fields that may appear here depending on which fields you enabled in your sales forms. You use this area in the same way as you use it when creating invoices or sales receipts. You can enter a note about the delayed charge into the memo field. The Attachments field lets you attach a file up to 20 megabytes in size. The toolbar at the bottom of the page contains a Cancel button, a Make Recurring button, and a drop-down Save and New or Save and Close button. Clicking the Cancel button cancels the creation of the delayed charge. Clicking the Make Recurring button opens the Recurring Delayed Charge page if you want to create a recurring delayed charge. If needed, you can click the Cancel button in this window to return to the main Delayed Charge window. After creating the delayed charge, click the Save and New or Save and Close drop-down button to save it and then open a new window or close the window. To later convert a delayed charge into an invoice, hover over the Sales or Invoicing link in the navigation bar, and then click the All Sales link in the side menu that appears to open the Sales Transactions page to the right. Then click the Unbilled Activity section of the Money bar to filter the sales transaction list below to instead show customers with unbilled items. In this list, click the Create Invoice link under the Action column for the customer for whom to create the invoice. In the invoice page that opens, the Delayed Charges items appear in the Line Items area. If there are other billable charges in this area that were added and which you want to remove, you can click the chain link icon in the column to the right of the tax column in the row for the linked unbilled activity to remove. Then click the Remove button in the pop-up menu that appears to remove the unbilled activity from the invoice and add it back to the Add to Invoice pane that then appears at the right side of the invoice. Make any other necessary adjustments you need to the invoice, and then choose one of the Save options in the toolbar at the bottom of the page. If you decide not to create an invoice, you can click the Cancel button to close the menu and leave the delayed charge as an unbilled activity. You can also click the Save button or make a choice from the Save drop-down button in the lower right corner of the page to simply save the invoice if you do not need to print it.
Like what you see? Pick up your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.